Welcome back to Table Tennis Atelier, where every detail matters. Today we're diving into the rules, how matches are structured, how points are scored, and what to expect when you step into competitive play. Whether you're just getting started or brushing up for your next tournament, this episode will give you the clarity you need. Scoring system. Let's start with the basics of scoring. Each game is played to 11 points, but here's the catch. You can't just hit 11 and stop. To win, you must lead by at least 2 points. So if the score reaches 10-10, the tension builds. From there, the game continues until one player takes a 2-point lead. That could be 12-10, 13-11 or even further. Now, let's talk about serving during a game. Players alternate serves every 2 points. But once the score ties at 10-10, known as deuce, the serve switches after every single point. This keeps the pressure high and the rhythm fast. As for match formats, most competitive matches are played in either a best-of-5 or best-of-7 system. That means the first player to win 3 games or 4 games, depending on the format, wins the match. Serving rules. This is where precision really matters, because the serve sets the tone for the entire rally. According to official rules, every serve must begin the same way. Hold the ball motionless on your open palm above the level of the table. Then toss it straight up, at least 16 centimeters. That's about the height of the net. Why the toss? It prevents hidden or deceptive serves. The ball must be visible to both players and to the umpire at all times. As the ball falls, strike it cleanly. It must first bounce on your side, then on your opponent's side. If the ball clips the net but still lands correctly, that's called a let serve. You simply replay it. There's no limit to lets, you just serve again. Now let's cover placement rules. In singles, you're free to serve anywhere on the opponent's side. No restrictions. But in doubles, the serve must go diagonally from your right half to your opponent's right half. Fail to do that and you lose the point immediately. Finally, there's the rule of visibility. Once you start the toss, the ball must stay above the table, behind the end line, and it cannot be hidden by your body or arm. In official tournaments, hidden serves are faults. Get the serve right and you control the rally. Get it wrong and you hand your opponent an easy point. Common scenarios. Let's move from theory to real play, because table tennis is full of fast, unexpected moments. Here's what you need to know when things get tricky. If the ball hits the net and doesn't go over, that's a fault, and your opponent scores the point. But if the ball clips the net on a serve and still lands correctly, that's a let serve, and you simply replay it. If the ball hits the top edge of the table, even if it bounces strangely, it's considered in. The point continues. If it hits the vertical side of the table, it's out. No point for that. If your free hand touches the table surface during a rally, that's an automatic fault. The same goes if you move the table or touch the net or posts with your paddle or body. And yes, you can absolutely win a point on your opponent's serve. Once the ball is in play, every rally is fair game. These details separate casual play from competitive matches. Understanding them keeps you sharp and out of trouble when the game speeds up. Tactical scenarios. Table tennis isn't just about reflexes, it's about strategy. Smart players don't just play the game, they play the rules. Here's how. Serve short, just over the net, to force your opponent into a defensive push. That limits their options and sets you up to attack the next ball. Use spin as a weapon. Heavy topspin draws errors when your opponent misjudges the bounce. Side spin pulls them out of position. Backspin forces awkward returns if they're not ready to lift the ball. Target the crossover zone, that tricky spot near your opponent's playing elbow where they hesitate between forehand and backhand. Hit here, and you'll often force weak returns. Know when to loop, block, or push. A loop applies pressure. A block neutralizes attack. A push resets the rally. But success comes from timing and awareness, not just technique. In table tennis, Tactics are just as important as mechanics. Play smart and you'll control the game, not just react to it. Outro. If you enjoyed today's episode, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Table Tennis Atelier. In the comments, tell me, what's the rule that surprised you most, or the one you always forget during matches? In our next episode, we'll explore the mental side of the game, focus, confidence, and how to bounce back from mistakes. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep your paddle ready.